Itzcoatl, meaning obsidian serpent in Nahuatl, was a transformative leader in the early 15th century who played a central role in shaping the Aztec Empire. Born around 1380 CE, he rose from humble beginnings to become the fourth Tlatoani, ruler, of Tenochtitlan and one of the most influential figures in Mesoamerican history. His reign marked the birth of the Aztec Triple Alliance, which laid the foundations for a vast and powerful empire that would dominate central Mexico for nearly a century. Early life and background. Itzcoatl was born into the Mexican nobility, but his path to power was far from easy. He was the illegitimate son of Itzcoatl, the first ruler of Tenochtitlan, and a woman of common status, making his claim to leadership more challenging. Despite this, he proved himself to be a skilled warrior and a capable leader. His half-brothers, Itzcoatl and Chimalpopoca, ruled before him, and Itzcoatl likely gained political and military experience under their reigns. At this time, Tenochtitlan was still a growing city-state under the shadow of the powerful Tepanec Empire, based in Itzcoatl. The Tepanecs had control over much of the Valley of Mexico and demanded tribute from smaller city-states like Tenochtitlan. Rise to power. In 1427, following the mysterious death, possibly assassination, of his nephew, Tlatoani Chimalpopoca, Itzcoatl seized the throne. His ascent occurred during a period of political upheaval and instability. Itzcoatl's domination was becoming increasingly oppressive, and many local rulers resented their rule. Itzcoatl allied himself with a key noble and military figure, Itzcoatl, who became his Cihuacotl, chief advisor. Together, they reshaped the political landscape of central Mexico. War against Itzcoatl. Itzcoatl's defining achievement was his war against the Tepanec overlords of Itzcoatl. In 1428, he joined forces with the city-states of Texcoco, led by Nezahualcóyotl, and Tlacopan, forming what would become the Aztec Triple Alliance. The alliance launched a coordinated attack against Itzcoatl and ultimately defeated and destroyed the city. This victory marked the end of Tepanec dominance and the emergence of a new power in the region led by the Mexica of Tenochtitlan. Formation of the Aztec Empire. After the fall of Itzcoatl, the three allied cities formalized their agreement and divided future conquests and tribute. Tenochtitlan would receive 2/5, and Texcoco and Tlacopan would receive 1/5 each. Although nominally an alliance of equals, Tenochtitlan, under Itzcoatl's leadership, quickly rose to dominant status. Itzcoatl began a campaign of military expansion, subjugating several neighboring towns and consolidating territory. His conquests included Xochimilco, Cuitlahuac, Culhuacan, and Mixquic, significantly expanding the influence of the Mexica people. Religious and cultural reforms. Itzcoatl was not only a military strategist but also a cultural reformer. With the guidance of Tlacopan, he initiated a historical and ideological revision that became central to Aztec identity. They ordered the destruction of old codices and records that contradicted the new Mexican narrative and replaced them with texts that emphasized the Mexica's divine destiny and superiority. This rewriting of history helped to legitimize the Aztec claim to power, reinforce social cohesion, and justify their dominance over other peoples. Religion was tightly woven into this new ideology, with Huitzilopochtli, the war god, placed at the center of Aztec spirituality. Public works and infrastructure. Under Itzcoatl's rule, Tenochtitlan transformed from a rising city into a true imperial capital. Major construction projects were undertaken to improve the infrastructure of the island city. He ordered the construction of causeways, aqueducts, and temples, which facilitated trade, defense, and agriculture. One significant achievement was the construction of raised roads, known as calzadas, that connected Tenochtitlan with the mainland, helping it become a commercial and military hub. Death and legacy. Itzcoatl died in 1440 CE, after a 13-year reign, and was succeeded by Moctezuma I, Moctezuma Ilhuicamina. His death marked the end of one of the most crucial periods in Aztec history. Itzcoatl's legacy is immense. He transformed Tenochtitlan from a vassal city into the dominant power in the Valley of Mexico, created the foundations for the Aztec Empire, and reshaped its history and ideology to empower future generations. His policies and military victories enabled the Mexica to become the ruling elite of one of the most sophisticated and expansive empires in the pre-Columbian Americas. Conclusion. Itzcoatl's life and reign were pivotal in the emergence of the Aztec civilization as a major imperial force. From humble beginnings and political adversity, he rose to forge alliances, lead conquests, and build a city that would awe both allies and enemies. His strategic mind, religious reforms, and infrastructural advancements left a permanent mark on Mesoamerican history. As the architect of empire, Itzcoatl stands among the greatest rulers of the ancient Americas, a visionary who helped create the powerful and enduring legacy of the Aztec Empire.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.